Hello, everyone. Can you please take your seats? Welcome to Junior Achievement's Maine Business Hall of Fame. To kick us off, here's a message from other JA students just like us.
Okay, wait.
Hi, my name is Helena. Hi, my name is Ada. I'm in first grade at the Captain Albert Students. I like learning about jobs. I liked the games we played in Junior Achievement. I played what we want and what we need. Hello, my name is Andi. One of my favorite games was when I had a card on my head. There's a game that I have to guess what's a card that's on my head, and it was super fun because the class gave me hints. Hello, my name is Hendrix. I am in first grade. My school is Captain Owen Stevens School. That means CAS. Junior Achievement is about families, communities, and jobs. So, I want to be a famous wrestler, famous baseball player, because I play baseball and wrestling. And I want to be a cashier so I can make money and get the things I need and not want. During Junior Achievement, I learned about families and jobs. A job I want to work at is Duncan.
My name is Ezra and I go to All Saints Catholic School. Junior Achievement has taught me about entrepreneurs and what traits to have. Some fun parts about Junior Achievement are making the model buildings with my class and playing the hot dog stand game with all my friends.
My name is Charlotte and I go to All Saints Catholic School. Junior Achievement was very fun. We made our own businesses and ads for them. I learned different words like revenue and loss. I started a restaurant near the Great Lakes, and we're helping the environment by taking down some of the zebra mussels because they are an invasive species in the Great Lakes.
Some traits that entrepreneurs have is creative, you're willing to try new things, risk taker, you can take risks and get rewards sometimes, and positive attitude, you're always cheery and happy. I've learned so much from Junior Achievement.
I liked it and I hope to do it again.
Thank you, Junior Achievement.
Thank you, JA! You rock!
Good evening, everyone. I am pleased to welcome you to Junior Achievement's 35th Maine Business Hall of Fame. My name is Afomia Tamerga, and I am a senior at Windham High School. I'm joined by my friend and Junior Achievement time partner, Aiden.
Hey, everyone. I'm Aiden Harriman. I'm a senior at Bonnie Eagle High School, and Afome and I competed together this past spring during the JA Titan Challenge. We had an incredible experience, one we look forward to sharing with you later this evening. It's amazing how our participation in Junior Achievement has now led to this opportunity to speak in front of many great business, education, and community leaders across Maine. We are honored to join so many of you who innovate and collaborate to make Maine the best state it can be. Both of those character traits we applied during our time as CEOs in the JA Titan Challenge. Your contributions have made a lasting impact on Maine's economy and communities, and there are a few leaders who I'd like to highlight right now.
From a leader who has been pushing the boundaries in the world of architects since the 1980s and has created a work environment where employees routinely stay with the company for 10 to 20 years, to the leader of one of the nation's largest employee-owned construction companies whose success is in putting its people first, this year's inductees demonstrate business excellence and exemplify inspired leadership, innovative thinking, and community-mindedness. We are proud to honor Ellen Belknap, Principal of SMRT Architects and Engineers, and Andi Vigue, Chairman and CEO of the Cianbro companies. Kids can't be what they can't see. Maine's business community and this year's laureates illustrate the potential of building a life and career in Maine for its students.
We will be back on stage later to share our junior achievement story. But until then, we'll like you to start eating your salads and to introduce our MC this evening, Aaron O'Valley. Aaron is a lifestyle TV host and executive producer of Maine Life Media. Please welcome Aaron.
Hello, everybody. Hi, friends. It is so good to see so many of you again. You have re-energized me, and I am so happy and honored from the JA Maine team to be back here as your MC tonight. I know that this little tradition of the baby picture thing Michelle loves to do, I made her now take the baby picture and put it next to my son's baby picture, cue the baby picture. So I've emceed this event, and she has put this sweet photo of me, and I now put my poor mother-in-law. She truly believes that my son looks like my husband, and truly I wanted to put this up as proof. He's not here tonight, but this I sent to my family, and it's just a sweet reminder of my Maine life. And that 3-year-old Aaron up there, yeah, I don't really remember being 3, but what I do remember is my family coercing my family into sitting on the couch with the remote control for the TV and pretending it was a microphone and pretending I was Barbara Walters and literally making them sit and interviewing them and getting in these deep conversations about God knows what. And my grandfather saying, "You were so entertaining, Erin." And then I went on in high school to be most likely to be a talk show host. And here I am, founder and producer and owner of Maine Life Media, and in this amazing state with all of you. So it brings me great joy now to be a mom. I get, I'm not from Maine, but I did produce a Mainer, so I feel like that gives me big street cred. But that picture also, and so many of you parents out there can probably relate that here we are. We've overcome many mountains and storms, but those little faces up there, they are our future, and they are everything to us. And I don't know who my son will become. He won't take his hockey helmet off this morning to go to school. He thinks that his golf club is a hockey stick, and he loves police and firefighters and astronauts. But what I do know is I look at that hope, and I'm so proud and thankful to be raising him in the state of Maine, where I know that this community of people, the JA community, will have his back in our youth and future. I am so proud to be living, working, and raising my son in Maine, and I sometimes think about how fortunate we all are to sometimes take advantage or granted of all of the opportunities that we don't even realize we have. And here we are tonight to celebrate that and to invest in our youth. And JA does that with starting at kindergarten all the way up to grade 12. So I get emotional talking about it, and I was a fan a decade ago, and here I am now as a mom and could not be more invested in their mission. So thank you for having me tonight. This is an extension of the powerful work happening in all of our classrooms in all of the state of Maine. This event brings us together, volunteers, partners, business leaders, students, all celebrating the JA's mission. It's a platform to showcase the exemplary innovation, dedication, and determination that drives our economy and leads our way for future generations. You are all a walking example of what Maine students can aspire to be. So many of you in this room tonight have been my mentors and friends along the way. Volunteering in classrooms and supporting JA, you lay the foundation for students to realize their full potential, which is so great, seeing as we're honoring 2 laureates who have transformed Maine's landscape through architecture and construction and have also made a lasting impact through their leadership. as well. So another congratulations to Ellen of SMRT Architects and Engineers and Andi of the Cianbro Company as this year's inductees into this prestigious JA Maine Business Hall of Fame. As laureates, you embody the characteristics JA works to instill in its students. For over 60 years, JA Maine has provided solutions to tackle challenges facing students' economic mobility, financial future, through building skill sets and mindsets that supports them in becoming the next generation of leaders and workers in Maine, which we so need. Everybody in this room has the power to inspire today's students to dream big, innovate fearlessly, and forge a promising future. And as a community and business leaders, it's our responsibility to prepare and support Maine's future workforce and talent pipeline who are currently sitting in our classrooms today. So we would like to recognize our generous event sponsors who support and contribute, and they have made tonight's evening possible. Please hold your applause. So many up on the screen are my friends, so just wait 1 second. Our presenting sponsor is Central Maine Power. Visionary sponsor is Cianbro. Laureate reception sponsors Cross Insurance and Memic. Student presenter sponsors Bank of America and Barry Dunn. Innovation sponsors Bar Harbor Bank and Trust, Darlings Auto Group, Maine Technology Institute, MMG Insurance, Northeast Bank, SMRT Architects and Engineers, and WEX. Our leadership sponsors are Acadia Insurance, Baker Newman Noyes, Bangor Savings Bank, Camden National Bank, Clark Insurance, Dead River Company, Katahdin Trust Company, Key Bank, LaBelle and Harriman Retirement Advisors, and M&T Bank. Puritan Medical Products, Shaw Brothers Construction, TD Bank, United Insurance, and Veril Dana. Our event champions, Machias Savings Bank, Unum, Headlight AV, woohoo, Holiday Inn by the Bay, and so many of the other supporting sponsors that can be found in your event program. This business community is so well represented tonight. So good to see so many of you again. Let's give all of our sponsors a big round of applause. I am so lucky each and every day to travel the state and meet so many hardworking, amazing leaders and people of all walks of life. And when I moved here 16 years ago, one of probably the first folks I've met sitting at this table that I'm at. And I am so proud to know, not only here on stage and to say all the nice things I could say about you, Michelle, but I have the utmost respect for your passion, your love for the state of Maine, for the love of children and the business community. You are an inspiration to me, and I could not be more proud to know you, be your friend, and to be up here tonight with you. Everybody give Michelle a big round of applause to share all that JA has accomplished and where it is going.
Thank you, Erin, so much for that warm welcome. And hello, everyone. Good evening. I'm so happy to be here tonight. It is so wonderful to see you all. And congratulations to our two extraordinary business leaders, Ellen Belknap and Andi Vigue. Your innovation, leadership, and commitment to your organizations, team members, and communities is truly inspiring. So this first grader was from Blue Point School in Scarborough, shout out Mrs. Dowling, and she aspired to be a teacher like her dad or make it big on the Broadway stage. Two very different career paths with a spectrum of opportunities in between I had yet to discover. This first grader also loved school, making new friends, and yes, sometimes got in trouble for being too social. I was your classic oldest child, responsible, a rule follower, and my sister would say a little bossy, but my parents preferred to call it demonstrating leadership skills. Through it all, my parents were my biggest cheerleaders. I know I've got my mom here tonight. Love you, Mom. Always encouraging me to follow my dreams and embrace new experiences. They built the foundation for me to succeed. And throughout my journey, I've been fortunate to have mentors who believed in my potential and opened doors to opportunities I didn't know existed. If you can't see it, you can't be it. Some of them are here tonight, and I like to think of them as my personal board of directors. These are the people who push you to grow, provide guidance when you need it the most, and remain steadfast through all stages of life. I challenge you to think back to your childhood and young adult life and the people that helped you along the way. The adults who believed in you, who pushed you to be better, and helped shape who you are today. Not every child has access to mentors, and that is where you and junior achievement come in. As the bridge between classroom and workplace, junior achievement focuses on life skills, like how to build financial stability, how to prepare for a job or career, and how to start a business and work and lead a team. As a named resource in Maine's 10-year economic plan to introduce 75,000 new people to the workplace, we are ensuring our state students are well prepared to meet that opportunity. Now, coming out of the world of remote learning, we know that students have struggled, and re-engaging student learners is at the center of what we do. With differing learning styles and life circumstances, we know that one size doesn't fit all. So couple this with the evolving landscape of technology, work, and economy, we know educators face the tough job of preparing students for the jobs that don't yet exist. So as we work to be a solution, our hands-on environment allows community volunteers to act as role models by sharing their energy and experience to help students envision a successful future, not only for them, but for their families. So whether it's in the classroom, through a job shadow experience, a career speaker panel, or competing as a CEO in Titan, JA Mentors opens so many students' eyes to the possibilities and pathways that await them when they graduate. So as we look to the future, I want you to imagine, what if the spark needed to inspire a generation of doers, dreamers, and well-rounded adults is not just in the classroom, but also in an environment that encourages learning by doing? Imagine introducing students to career pathways and not just talking about the possibilities, but actually letting them experience it firsthand. I'm really excited to share the vision we have for junior achievement of Maine, so let's take a look.
Today, we are headed down to Baltimore, Maryland with a group of educators and some of the JA team to see BizTown and Finance Park. BizTown, we will get to see in action, and Finance Park, we will get to take part as students for the day to see the simulation in action. We can't wait to bring these experiences back to students in Maine. We are really excited to be here, and we are looking forward to a great day.
The excitement of them living an adult life for the day, there's just nothing like it. Having a center in Maine that culminates all of the learning would just be incredible. It would be phenomenal.
So really the vision right now for Junior Achievement of Maine is to build an experiential learning center in southern Maine and a mobile pop-up that will travel, because we know equitability and access for all students is extremely important. But I know the Junior Achievement team is up for the challenge, and I know our education and business partners are as well. And we feel like we are uniquely positioned right now to bring this experience to Maine.
So please, I encourage you to soak this information in today. You folks are the first to really dive into this vision with us.
We had a great day today and really got to role play the way students are going to experience this event in this time period here. We were able to play as if we were someone else, but then we had real life experiences. I loved how on the iPad, all of a sudden it popped up and said, my loan is due, or my car loan application didn't get approved. So I got to practice being an adult.
Finding that experience of this is what a true job could actually look like is something that I don't think most children have the opportunity to do.
And for kids to come to a place of business and to take on that persona, I think is awesome.
Gives them a leg up. The kids only know what they know. And so by exposing them to these sorts of things, I think they can get a broader picture of what the world really is.
The ability to imagine. So many of our young people, it's so difficult to imagine yourself in positions of power or work if you've never seen it, if you've never seen someone in your family do it. For 4.5 hours, you're immersed, you're meeting people from different companies, write their name down, get to know each other. I'm like, that potential I think is very big and something that we really need in Maine.
Maine already has a really strong foundation in the governor's 10-year economic plan. This takes those opportunities to a completely different level by providing the in-classroom support, the hands-on experience, and the real-world connection with mentors in the community.
This is certainly a life-changing moment for most students. I just see this being an amazing opportunity for the state of Maine. I believe the business community is going to certainly jump behind it.
Financial literacy, goal setting and planning, and being ready for the real world out there, getting business partners engaged with their schools and with the students and educators. These are all critically important experiences for kids.
Junior Achievement is all about connecting education with the workforce through authentic learning experiences. And we know the JA BizTown experience and JA Finance Park are the two most immersive experiences that Junior Achievement offers.
Very exciting. And we have such a unique opportunity to revolutionize the way that students experience education with our Experiential Learning Center and mobile pop-up. And I'm so excited for the boundless potential that this will provide the kids of Maine. So exciting. Stay tuned. Our next force we know is in classrooms throughout the state right now. And this really doesn't happen without the tremendous support of so many. So I'd like to take a moment to express my gratitude. First and foremost, to the incredible Junior Achievement team of passionate and collaborative individuals that I feel so fortunate to work with each day. Jill, Jamie, Abby, Jessica, Karen, and Michelle, Dream Team, I like to call them. Thank you so much for your dedication and for making work so fun. I would also love to acknowledge the board of directors. Their leadership and guidance and commitment to JA is truly, truly incredible. I have never met a more passionate group of people that care so deeply for the young people in our state. So will the JA team and will Junior Achievement's board of directors please stand and be recognized? And lastly, I want to take a moment to express my gratitude for the backbone of Junior Achievement, our volunteers. You are the mentors, the leaders, and the role models who leave a lasting mark on our students and spark a world of curiosity. Without you, JA simply would not exist. Thanks to your efforts, students can see the connections between what they're learning in school and how it applies to the real world. They're empowered to turn their ideas into reality, recognize their talents, and explore career possibilities they might not have considered before. Show of hands, JA volunteers, where are you? Look at that. A round of applause for our volunteers. Incredible. I'd like to do a special shout out that goes to our 2024 Volunteer of the Year who hails from Aroostook County, Mr. Mark Wilcox. Yeah, shout out to Mark. Mark has been a driving force for our organization as we expanded and deepened our impact to support youth in Aroostook County several years ago. And through his leadership, enthusiasm, and support, we get closer each day to achieving equity and access for more students, no matter where in Maine they live. So again, shout out to Mark. Thank you, Mark. So I am just so excited to introduce our next speakers. You are going to hear from two very important stakeholders in Maine's future. Please give a very warm welcome to third graders Lydia and Bryce from Village Elementary School in Gorham, who have some insights they would like to share with you this evening. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Lydia, and I'm a third grade at Village School in Gorham. Me and my classmate Bryce are here to talk about all the fun things we learned in Junior Achievement. What we want you to know is there are a lot of different jobs you could do when you're growing up. In JA, we got career cards that taught us all about different jobs in our community. I got the firefighter and nurse job cards. Just so you know, firefighters put out fires that keep people safe and drive a fire truck, and I did not want to do that. But nurses also keep people safe and make sick people feel better. I think that's a job I might want to do when I'm older. Did you know that Bryce and I are leaders? We learned that leaders are nice, good at their jobs, make smart decisions, and work well with others. One way I'm a leader is by playing with my crazy 1-year-old brother to help my mom. I'm also a good listener at school and help my classmates if they need it.
Hi, I'm Bryce, and what I want to show you is that having a job is hard. We became pizza makers and had lots of demanding customers. We had to make high-quality pizzas so we could earn a profit, and making a profit is good. Profit is money you earn, and I'm in charge of my own money. Sometimes taxes, some things you can do with your money is spend it on things you want and need, like food or a toy. Donate it or save it in a bank. Or if you're like me, you can save your money at piggy bank. But we didn't get to keep all the money because we had to pay taxes. Taxes are a way our town makes money. I wasn't mad I had to pay taxes because I made a lot of money in JA. Sometimes taxes go to help schools like Village, where I go. To earn money in high school, I'm going to work as a pizza maker. When I'm a grown-up, I'm going to be an architect, just like my first grade teacher's daughter, because I want to design buildings and houses. I heard there's some architects in the room tonight. Maybe one of you will hire me one day. I hope to have junior achievement in third grade, so a volunteer can come into my class with fun games. Did you know junior achievement needs 800 volunteers this year? That's a big number. I hope that after hearing this talk, you'll think about becoming a volunteer.
If you want to be JA volunteer, there's also ways to sign up. Turn to the center page in your program and put your name on the card and leave it at the table. We really want you to volunteer. It's easy, I promise. The JA team will make sure you have everything you need to be a great leader like us. Maybe one of you will come into our classroom. Before we leave, we have a few companies we need to thank. Thank you to Bank of America and Barry Dunn for sponsoring the kids here tonight. And thank you for all listening to us. We'd like to introduce two superheroes to the stage now. Can you guess who they are?
Teachers!
Yes! Please welcome Miss Cinna and Mr. Riddle, two teachers in our community. Thank you.
thanks, Lydia and Bryce, warming up the crowd. My name is Emma Sinden. I'm the JMG specialist at Portland High School. I've been a teacher in Portland for 9 years. Portland? Ah, thank you. Go Bulldogs, I love it. Sorry, Jason. I've been a teacher in Portland for 9 years, and part of what I hope to convey tonight is how much being a public educator has meant to me and how much my students have changed my life and my perspective. My journey into education has not necessarily been linear. As you can see here, at one point in my life, I thought I was going to be the sixth Spice Girl. And looking at that picture now, too, a lot has changed. So, and for a time, you know, this little girl thought she was going to be a marine biologist. My passion for marine science actually followed me to Marshwood High School, where as a senior, I took a marine course with a man named Chris Stoffer. I would say in school, I was a pretty good student. I followed the rules. I completed the work. I did what I thought a student was supposed to do. Even then, it wasn't until taking Mr. Stoffer's class that I really learned how to learn. He taught me how to think, to study, and to truly care about my experience of learning. And even though what I learned that year was that science was not something that I should be pursuing as a career, the class and teacher made a really lasting, lifelong impression on me. Mr. Stoffer taught me what a great educator looks like, something I strive to be in Portland every day.
Good evening. My name is Jason Little. I am fortunate to be the JMG specialist at Hodgson Middle High School, way up in Aroostook County, in my 9th year of education. I'm extremely appreciative to be here tonight as part of celebrating the work that Junior Achievement does across the state in their commitment to Maine students. My pictures include a childhood photo of me during one of the many times my brother, cousin, and friends spending time doing what we love doing, playing G.I. Joes. Although not a career path, we knew it was something that was of high interest for us. When I think back on this picture, I think of the fact that one of my friends growing up nicknamed me Smiley, way back in grade 2, and the nickname has stuck since then. It reminds me of how lucky I was to have great friendships, a supportive family, and people I viewed as a mentor in my life while I was growing up. Those friendships and positive moments, through experiences such as sports and moments with mentors, has shaped me into who I am today. It also has me reflect on my role as an educator now and on the students who maybe aren't part of a team, who maybe lack needed support from a family, or maybe don't feel like they have a mentor. JA Maine provides these students with the resources and opportunities for successes.
So by now you might be wondering, how many J-named educational nonprofits are there in Maine? Or you may be questioning, why is a competitor here, you know, talking about junior achievement? Well, Jason and I are here to answer these questions and officially put an end to any confusion. In short, JMG and Junior Achievement are perfect complements that create opportunities for students in different ways. JMG is a program embedded in many of the public middle and high schools as an elective course and serves as advisors in all of the public universities and community colleges in Maine. We seek to teach and support students who may lack resources needed to pursue their future careers. A goal for our students is to help provide them the opportunity to shine in the light that they may not realize is there. Our goal for this evening, to give testimony to the power and impact of junior achievement as it relates to our work in Maine schools.
JA Maine has been a cornerstone of our JMG program in Hodgson, offering crucial support to students in a rural community where resources are often limited. They provide invaluable curriculum that exposes students to various career paths and personal finance education. One of the most impactful experiences JA Maine offers is the Titan Challenge, an annual event where students participate in an online business simulation. They learn key business concepts like product design, budget management, marketing, and research, all while working in teams and benefiting from the mentorship of local business professionals. What's especially meaningful is watching students, some of whom have never been exposed to these fields or put in a leadership position, realize that they can succeed in the world of business and leadership.
My experience with JA has been similarly transformative. When I first partnered with JA in 2016, I was a new educator looking for opportunities that could help my students shape their futures. The Titan Challenge quickly became one of our biggest endeavors. At first, it seemed like a daunting task, especially for students who weren't really sure what business simulation even meant. But the support of JA leadership and our local coach, Josh Chase, turned it into a fun and engaging experience. Students not only built confidence in essential business concepts, but also grew their relationships with peers and mentors in a way I hadn't expected. The Titan Challenge fosters teamwork, leadership, and a sense of independence, all while keeping them wrapped in the guidance of trusted adults. This is exactly what our Maine students need to feel empowered in their learning.
The impact of the Titan Challenge goes well beyond the classroom and even the competition day itself. It provides students with leadership opportunities that they may not have encountered without this event. One of our students from Hodgson, Elijah, is a prime example of an experience such as this. Jill Jameson, our JA Maine Vice President, contacted me one day to ask if there was a way that we would be willing to help train another school about the Titan Challenge and give any pointers we learned along the way. My first initial thought was, no way, this is a competition, we are in it to win it. In a more serious way, though, what a perfect opportunity for a student to take on a leadership role. Elijah was thinking of education as a career field at that time and had several years of experience leading his team in the Titan Challenge. So what an ideal opportunity. He definitely excelled in his role, taking the initiative to develop a plan on what to share, leading the Zoom call, and while on the call with the class, sharing his screen and walking the group through the Titan Challenge, offering valuable pointers and advice. Watching the student step up, using the skills he had learned, and help guide another team was incredibly inspiring. This experience allowed our student to grow as a leader and demonstrated the value of collaboration. This is just one example of, I'm sure, hundreds of impactful stories across the state. The relationships built during the Titan Challenge, particularly with mentors, are long-lasting and pivotal in helping students see themselves in new ways, both personally and professionally. These are the kinds of opportunities that can change the direction of a young person's life.
Jason, I couldn't agree more. The relationships my students have built through the Titan Challenge are some of the most memorable parts of their high school experience. I've seen firsthand how those connections make a lasting impact. I think back to two of my students, Tayshawn and Diana, who presented at the Hall of Fame last year. Their speech wasn't just about the experience with the challenge. It was about their relationship with Josh Chase and how his mentorship had helped them navigate their futures. These are the stories that prove why partnerships between JA and JMG are so critical. Together, we provide Maine students with experience that help them grow into confident, capable leaders. It's the kind of support that makes all the difference, opening doors to opportunities that students might never have imagined on their own.
JMG and JA Maine are perfect for each other to help solve Maine's workforce crisis and to educate Maine students to help them prepare for life after high school. When we look across the state at JA's involvement in schools, so many of the students in the classroom are also part of JMG. As much as we so enjoy the competitive nature and want our students to win and excel, at the end of the day or at the end of the school year, our students are Maine students, and it is reassuring knowing that all of our JMG specialists, all of our JMG staff, and all JA Maine staff feel the same way. We wish the best for all of our students, all of our Maine students.
Thank you for letting us tell our stories, not just about our journey into the world of education, but our testimony about the partnership we have with JA. Now, we'd like to introduce two high school students whose insight and experience with the JA Titan Challenge solidifies how meaningful this work truly is. Please welcome back to the stage Afomia and Aiden.
It's so exciting to be here tonight. You are looking at two CEOs of a cell phone company that may have gone bankrupt a few times, but through implementing different strategies and being open to new ideas, we turned our company around and brought in a profit.
A JA volunteer came into our classroom and taught us the ins and outs of running a business and being an effective leader. We engage in group discussions and practice what we learned in a simulation that put us in the seat of a CEO. Sometimes we ran our business solo, other times we were partnered up, all leading to a statewide competition held in April for over 30 high schools and hosted at different companies and colleges throughout Maine. We had the opportunity to compete from IDEX in Westbrook. By the time we got to the challenge, we were skilled in making decisions around research and development, pricing, production, advertising, and even the reputation of the company through CSR, which stands for Corporate Social Responsibility. Each decision you make greatly impacts the success of your company.
During class, our junior achievement volunteer, Michelle, taught us to develop a business strategy, understand what was important to our customers, take risks, and monitor our competition. As I started this experience, I was nervous to take risks and leave my comfort zone. I was afraid of losing to the competition, and I didn't want to make any mistakes. I had gained a little success in running my own company, and I didn't want to change my tactics. A few days into JA Titan, Michelle shared that we would be trying something new. Instead of running our businesses solo, we would have to work in partners. Who knew that part would be so difficult? Aiden and I weren't paired up at first, so we had to learn how to work well with our other classmates, all of whom had different personalities, skill sets, and strategies. Working together to make quick business decisions wasn't as easy as I thought it would be. Teamwork and collaboration will definitely be skills I will have to use in my future career.
When Afomia and I were first paired together, we had completely different working styles and thought our individual ideas, well, we thought they were the best ones. We quickly learned we had to compromise, especially since we had gone bankrupt all the time. The first few times of going bankrupt, we did not change a thing and kept expecting different results, which I'm pretty sure is the definition of insanity. We changed our approach and learned how to efficiently communicate with one another. We implemented a new strategy which focused on spending more money on research and development, investing in upgrades to our phone based on our customers' needs, as well as boosting marketing and advertising. These decisions turned our company around, and then we finally started to earn a profit.
Okay, going bankrupt was not a great way to start, and very discouraging. We tried to increase our production by opening up more facilities before we sold all our inventory. More facilities meant more employees, more benefits, and more utilities. Instead of gaining a profit, we lost revenue. Our JA mentors, Belinda and Dave from IDEX, were a great resource though. In addition to them asking us questions which made us feel like they really cared, I also remember them saying, sometimes you will succeed in what you want to do, and sometimes you will fail. What matters most is what you do with that failure. Do you let it destroy you, or do you learn from it and get back on your feet? Easier said than done, but we took their advice.
As I think about the time in JA, what really stuck with me is the importance of getting out of my comfort zone and trying something new. It's okay to make mistakes, learn from them, and move on. What was so cool about the experience was being able to get out of school and go to IDEX. When I first learned we were going to IDEX, I thought it would be a boring business building, but man, was I wrong. The place felt like a huge campus full of technology, giant windows, a cafeteria, and the coolest bathrooms I've ever seen. Seriously, they were so cool. We came dressed as business professionals and made sure to keep good eye contact while talking with our mentors. Even though the competition did start out a little rocky, by the end of the day, we came in 6th place out of 100 teams. That's not bad for 2 business leaders that start out in bankruptcy. Thank you.
Reflecting on the whole experience, JA Titan Challenge is so similar to living in the real world where we will have to take risks to succeed. And yes, sometimes that does mean failing. And also, we're going to be working with all kinds of people, so communication is key. We want to thank our JA volunteers and mentors for believing in us and giving us the confidence to keep going. We were also very lucky to have Mrs. Dollif as a teacher who recently retired, and I know she's here tonight. Hi, Mrs. Dollif, we miss you. We're excited to participate again this year. I hope to see more schools involved in JA because it is an experience that all students like us should have as we grow up.
We have an ask of you tonight. For those that do not know, Junior Achievement is a partner to schools at no cost, meaning they rely heavily on support from businesses and individuals who see the value in teaching real-world skills to students throughout our state. You've heard firsthand the impacts of JA on Afomia and me. We look forward to taking these skills into our senior year and beyond as we plan our next steps ahead. I'm grateful to have been given this opportunity where I really got to see myself as a leader.
This is where we invite you to get involved, and this is the one time we want you to get out your phones. Please scan the QR code here on the screen or on the back of your program. We hope you consider supporting Junior Achievement. When you do, those funds go right to work this school year, bringing mentorship that shows thousands of students throughout Maine what is possible for them once they graduate.
Hopefully, Afomia and I will be sitting where you are one day. Last year's student speaker connected with Northern Light after sharing she wants to become a nurse. So, I like to share that I am interested in a career in finance. Finance? What about you?
Well, I'm interested in business marketing and real estate. Keep us in mind if you need future employees. We'll be coming around to help with the QR code or collect the envelope on your table. Thank you for investing in this mission and paving the way for us to sit in your seats one day. Thank you.
So thank you so much for sharing that. One thing I wanted to share about filming today in Farmington, I interviewed a 90-year-old man, and I asked him what Maine life meant to him. And I ask this question a lot to everybody that I meet, and not surprisingly, the answer is typically very similar. He said, Maine life to me means being outside, freedom to be who you want and to create your own path, independence, and community. And without his community in Farmington and beyond, he wouldn't be where he is, who he is. And so I just reiterate that to the students here. Most of you already know that, but how lucky are we to live and work in this state and to be an example to those kids and students in our future. And so I hope that you keep that cell phone out and you remember where you came from and how successful you are today, because potentially it's the person sitting next to you or across from you, but it's somebody that you know. So please keep your phone out, put your fork down, and donate. Enjoy your dinner, enjoy your community at your table, and we'll be right back for the ceremony. All right, everybody, welcome back. We are about to induct our honorees into the Junior Achievement Maine Business Hall of Fame. And to kick us off, I'd love to introduce our friend, Joe Purrington, President and CEO of Central Maine Power, presenting sponsor for this evening. Joe, thank you so much for what you do tonight and for everything in Maine. Don't leave me hanging.
Oh, sorry. I'm focused. All right, good evening. And on behalf of the team at Central Maine Power, we are pleased to be the presenting sponsor. of Junior Achievement's Maine Business Hall of Fame. Tonight, we celebrate two incredible honorees for their integrity, innovation, their leadership, and their significant impact on Maine's business community. I'd like to personally congratulate Ellen Belknap, SMRT Architects and Engineers, and Andi Vigue, Cianbro, for their prestigious recognition. Why is CMP a strong supporter and partner of Junior Achievement of Maine? Well, tonight, as you've seen, we've highlighted Junior Achievement alumni success stories and opportunities that JA alums have been able to take advantage of in Maine. We're focused on JA Maine's ability to bridge the gap between in-school learning and real-world experience. This may present the opportunity to pull in CMP's support for this work and how it supports a stronger state, as well as career opportunities with our company. We're also focusing on JA Maine's work in supporting the 10-year economic plan to add 75,000 jobs to Maine's workforce by 2029. JA Maine is working hard to ensure Maine students are prepared for this opportunity. I encourage us all to take inspiration from tonight's inductees and to continue to support the valuable work of JA of Maine. Together, we can make a difference. Thank you.
Thank you again, Joe and CMP, for making this event possible. There's also a team of Maine business leaders that we would like to acknowledge for their contribution to our event this evening as well. This year's Laureate Selection Committee. The committee deliberates over a lot of time and through many, many, many meetings on who will be JA's Maine Business Hall of Fame laureates. How do you decide which business leaders will be inducted? Well, they are chosen from their proven track record in business excellence and for their exceptional leadership and accomplishments that played a pivotal role in both the business world and community development. I'd like to take a moment to recognize the leaders on the selection committee for their time, their dedication into this process. Could our selection committee members please stand, and let's give them a big round of applause. Stand up. Thank you. Over the past 35 years, 117 leaders have been inducted into this exclusive Maine Business Hall of Fame. Congratulations. We are so fortunate to have many past inductees with us here this evening as well. Will our past laureates please stand and be recognized? Please hold your applause until the end. Dick Aronson, is he here tonight? My neighbor. Love you, Dick. Joan Benoit Samuelson. Sam Collins, Dana Connors, Royce Cross, Jean Deheen, Duam Eubanks, Beth Greenlaw, Lori LaChance, Kathy Leonard, Ed McCursey, Kristen Maley, Sean Moody, Kenneth Nelson, Jim Robbins, John Shaw, Dan Shaw, Steve Smith, Meredith String Burgess, Peter Vigue, David Warren, Larry Walt. Thank you, guys. Congratulations. Proud to know you. Laureates embody community mindfulness, integrity, inspired leadership, and an innovative mind, all characteristics that JA Maine endeavors to instill in its students, to recognize them in front of the many Maine business leaders and students, allowing them to showcase the possibilities for building a career and a life here in the state of Maine. You're going to see a short video about each honoree following their award acceptance. So let's begin with our first honoree, Ellen Belknap. Joining the firm as an intern in 1986, assuming the president role in 2004, and now as a principal and board member, Ellen has led SMRT Architects and Engineers on a continuous growth trajectory. She's helped the firm become the largest architecture engineering firm in the state of Maine and one of the largest in northern New England. She has been at the helm of iconic building designs that we see throughout our state, such as the Mercy Four River campus in Portland, the Maine General Alphonse Center for Health in Augusta, and the L.L. Bean headquarters now in Freeport. Ellen has pushed the boundaries in the world of architecture, always a champion for sustainability and design excellence. She has created a company culture where employees routinely stay 20, maybe over years. As an active member in the community, she lives and works and breathes. She's an excellent fencer, so cool, and an innate leader wherever she goes. Let's learn more about Ellen's incredible career journey.
I came in for an interview, and I think the first impression was, one, intimidating. She is a force. And two, I left thinking, I need to work for this woman. I need to work for her.
"40 years ago, Ellen Belknap showed up at our office just off Congress Street. I knew right away that she was the right person for SMRT. She was smart, had a good sense of humor, which you really need in our business, and she was competitive since she was a very successful fencer in college. She was interested in doing more than designing just a pretty building.
You know, a lot of architects want to put their stamp on a design. What Ellen cared about was making sure that the patients were taken care of.
What animates Ellen is the client and her relationships with her clients, her energy and her vitality. They just come through immediately when you see her.
Everybody learns something when Ellen's involved, and I think people look to her for the vision.
I think one of her main goals is to empower the people that she's working with.
She really has a talent for helping a client or a team or a group of people create and articulate a vision and then work toward achieving that vision.
Well, she's done some very complex projects for us, including a new regional hospital, which was a huge project for both them and for us at the time. Ellen also helped us with what she called the day in the life. So she would literally work a design and we would execute a day in the life of the patient to see how that design would impact the patient. And it was truly something that we took for every project we ever did after that.
I had the privilege of sitting on the interview board with L.L. Bean when they were selecting a design firm, and Ellen kind of led the interview team for SMRT, and I was just struck by how comfortable she was, confident, and she had this vision of bringing the outside in, and which was really kind of one of the main drivers for Bean, and that's what kind of sparked the idea of doing the courtyard right in the middle of an existing building. And that really brought the project to life, and her vision of that bringing the outside in really led the whole design process in that project.
Ellen and helped myself really steward people through the process, and it ended up being one of the most successful project management processes that we'd have ever done. So the regional hospital that came in under budget and 7 months ahead of schedule was really unheard of.
Anybody who's been around Ellen for more than a few minutes or an hour or so will probably hear the words guiding principles. You may have already heard them.
Her morals and core values guide the decisions that she makes.
Ellen brought our firm to the forefront of climate issues and credentialed our commitment to sustainability as a design imperative for all of our projects.
Her involvement in the statewide initiative to help the state of Maine become more sustainable and set our standards and our codes higher has been a huge contribution, not only to SMRT, but for the entire state.
She also developed and mentored the staff in her area at all levels. So when she left that position, she had people who were going to follow in her place, and it's worked extremely well.
The building industry, the construction industry is still dominated by men. She's held her own and then some. So I'm really pleased to see her recognized.
And Ellen, I can't think of any other person in the world who deserves this more than you. Thank you for being who you are, and thank you for what you've done for SMRT and our community.
to be able to recognize her in this kind of way, I think is really great, and she deserves it, and she should enjoy it and soak it all in.
What a great honor this is. Good evening. I'm so pleased to be here and to have this opportunity to thank so many of the folks who contributed to my receiving this recognition tonight. First, a huge achievement to junior achievement, to the great work you do, to Michelle's amazing leadership, the selection committee, the faculty and students. Lydia and Bryce, if you're still here, there is no way I could have gotten up here at your age and spoken to this crowd, so amazing. So thank you to Junior Achievement. My attitude of gratitude next goes to my immediate family. My husband, Mark, who took on the leadership role in raising our boys while I was off having my big career. He also taught me to love winter, which is very important if you live in Maine, and to adventure a little outside my comfort zone. To my sons, Peter and William, who are now through college and off having their own adventures, thank you for your boundless energy and resilience. You are an absolute delight to have in our lives. I also want to recognize my dear friends and neighbors, SMRT colleagues, clients, contractors. It's nice to share the evening with Andi, Vigue, Cianbro, business partners, and my fellow board members at Maine & Company, the UMaine Board of Visitors, and E2 Tech. I've lived in Portland and worked at SMRT for 40 years and have had the opportunity to build partnerships and work with teams to accomplish extraordinary things. Many, many people have contributed to my success. So please imagine I'm not here up on this stage, standing here all alone, but with many of you at my side. You all deserve the credit. People who work with me know how much I love sports analogies. It's a home run. We're all rowing in the same direction. Or another favorite, we're punching above our weight class. As much as I joke about sports analogies, they are fitting in my world. Architecture really is a team sport. As an architect, when we execute a project, we establish a project team. There's usually a client team, maybe a building committee or a steering committee, stakeholder group, and then there's a contractor-subcontractor team. And on the best projects, these three become one, a single team with a single purpose of creating a successful project. I'm going to share a few stories about inflection points in my life where being part of a team made all the difference. My first story from my childhood is about how I got from the very shy girl who could never have gotten up on a big stage and addressed a room full of people to coming out of my shell. The turning point for me was joining the fencing team in high school. First of all, I got to wear a mask, which was good for my shy side. Second of all, I had a coach who was completely invested in making me a better, stronger, and more competitive fencer. And third, I was part of a team, and I got my first taste of the dynamics and complexities of how teams work, and also the power and strength, and frankly, the fun of it when a team succeeds. Turning to my professional life, I joined SMRT the summer of 1984 and never left. That's, in a nutshell, the very brief story of my career. There were 8 employees when I started, and now we're over 140. The ultimate team project for me, an all-time career high, you heard about it in the video, was the Maine General Alphons Center for Health in Augusta. This was a new hospital that reshaped how healthcare was delivered in the region with a real focus on a positive patient experience and shaping an environment where caregivers, doctors, nurses, staff could do their best work. Design with a purpose has always been my focus. The team that we assembled, the client, the architects and engineers, and the contractor, all set out to achieve success together. The project took 5 years to design and construct. My son, Peter, was 8 when we started and 13 when we finished. I was a bit of an absentee mother during those years, but he seems to have survived just fine, thanks to my husband, Mark. The takeaway from the Maine General Project is really that the team owned the promise to design and construct a building that would improve the quality of healthcare in Maine, was patient-centered, energy efficient, and we delivered ahead of schedule, under budget. I really can't think of anything more gratifying than to be able to use design to make a difference. The third team story I'd like to close with is about SMRT. I had the honor of leading the team for 20 years, starting in 2004. I began as a somewhat reluctant president, but hit my stride when I realized that I was now the coach who was completely committed to making a better, stronger, more competitive SMRT. Our architects and engineers would deliver if they had a clear vision and the opportunity to use their talents to solve complex problems and better our world. Of course, there were metrics. We grew the firm, we grew revenue, we grew talent, we grew project size and complexity. But what I'm most proud of is our focus on design, on energy optimization and decarbonization, and on developing a thriving culture where people come every day with the goodwill to work hard together. We are smarter and more ready than ever to tackle the next project. At the beginning of this year, my longtime colleague Brad Hodges took on the role of SMRT president, allowing me to refocus on practicing architecture. I can't think of anything I'd rather do than continue to work with project teams, setting stretch goals, and crossing the finish line together. Thank you all for being here. Thank you to Junior Achievement for hosting a wonderful event. Again, this recognition is about years and years of successful teamwork.
We're so lucky to have you. Celebrating its 75th anniversary this year, what began as a small construction company in rural Maine, founded by 4 brothers, Carl, Bud, Ken, and Chuck Chinkat, grew into a company rooted in the values of honesty, fairness, dignity, and respect. Always working together. Really? As brothers, 4 of you working together all the time? The company has grown to become an organization of over 3,500 team members. From its humble beginnings in 1949 to becoming a trusted name in the construction industry nationwide, Cianbro is a testament to longevity, dedication, and a commitment to excellence. Part of JA Maine Business Hall of Fame legacy, Andi's father, Peter Vigue, is a 2006 inductee and joins Andi here tonight. Following the example set by his father, Andi Vigue has held a leadership role as the company's president since 2009 and has become the CEO in 2018, culminating in over 30 years of service with Cianbro. Dedicated to Pittsfield, the town he lives and works in, Andi has served as the town's mayor, and he volunteers with the same scout troop that he belonged to as a youth. So Maine. Let's learn more about Andi's hard work and dedication.
One word you don't say to that gentleman is can't.
I don't think that they know how to say can't do it.
there's always a way. There's always, they got to think of something different. What are we not thinking of? What's everybody else going to try to do, and how can we do it better in a more effective fashion?
He's always looking for a better way to do something. It's good to succeed. It's good when something's done, it's done well, but what can we do next to be better?
I would say it's all about people. We talk a lot about the culture of Cianbro, and I think Andi really leads that culture, for sure.
A wonderful human being. Transparent, there's no secrets with Andi. He's going to tell you what he's doing, what he's up to, what needs to be done.
But he says it like it is. He doesn't mix his words. Regardless of who's sitting across the table from him, people know exactly where they stand with it all the time.
Dependable, tremendous work ethic.
He's committed to our family, committed to the company, committed to the town. Not only is he running a corporation the size of Cianbro, his phone might ring from the town council or someone on the council with advice for the town, or if someone at MCI is calling, I'm calling him. I call on a regular basis. He always takes my call. He always has, the answer, the advice that I need.
If there's something that needs to be addressed, he's going to be Johnny on the spot. Here's the chairman and CEO of the organization, and I have personally witnessed him carry 5-gallon buckets of sand in waist-deep snow because that's what needed to be done.
No one in this room is smarter than all of us. Yeah, that saying is in every conference room at Cianbro. And it's something that we always talk about, a fundamental of bringing everybody's ideas to the table. Not one person is going to be the answer, it's all of us.
Because of his independence, he did it the hard way, because that really defines who he is and how he attacks things.
Urban legend in this company is that he was really tagging along with his dad, Pete, when Andi was, 7, 8, or 9. He has served in virtually every capacity there is, from working in the crews, to running projects, now CEO and chair of the board. He is engaged at a very, very high level on all aspects of the organization. He wants to know, and he does know what's going on.
And that's what makes it easy for me to step aside and know that the company is going to be very well off and better than ever under his leadership. Our society is totally different today than it was 50 years ago. And the demands and issues we are confronted with are very unique.
We have a lot of opportunity out there with the different types of work that we do, but finding the right people to build the work and be a part of that is very difficult. And I think everybody's seeing that these days.
A key initiative is the development of the Cianbro Institute. It's a school. We have folks that work here in high school. We have folks that start early in college, or if they're not in college, in technical skills. We work to build the future workers and the leaders of the company.
They speak to the principles that I hear about when I'm in the boardroom, talking with Cianbro about their business and mission and strategy, and then to hear somebody that's 18, 19, 20 years old saying, I'm going to leave work in better condition today than when I showed up. To be able to take that vision that they have at the highest level of the company and to see it resonate through the team is incredibly impressive.
We as a family are very, very proud of what his accomplishments are.
There's nobody more deserving for this award, and just want to congratulate him and thank him for his leadership.
Encouraging that community involvement, whether Cianbro is building a bridge for the Maine DOT, or we're donating our time outside of, our work to help out in the community. I think that's very important, something that Cianbro and Andi definitely embraces.
He works and demonstrates the values of the junior achievement every single day, and has, as long as I've known him now, over 30 years. Well done.
Thank you, Junior Achievement, for this wonderful evening and for recognizing me. I truly am honored and humbled. Congratulations, Ellen. It's a privilege to be a recipient alongside you this evening. I remember the call from Guy sharing I'd been chosen by the selection committee to be honored. After several seconds of silence, Guy shared that there have only been 3 father and sons to have previously been honored, and that my father and I would be duo number 4. Guy went on to share some of the previous honorees, and I was lost for words, something that doesn't normally happen. Thank you for that call, Guy. I was born in Pittsfield, Maine, the first of 2 children, raised by my loving and caring parents, both here tonight, as you can hear. They taught me that life is not easy and that you get out of life what you put into it. In my early years, I was what most parents would consider a handful. I had lots of energy and was overly inquisitive at times. To help my mom, my dad would take me to work with him when I was not in school. It's important to note a work week for him is Monday through Saturday. So at a minimum, I was at a construction site 1 day a week. Now, going to work with my dad came with expectations. I would start by cleaning the office trailers, washing company vehicles, and gathering trash. My payment was simple. It was being allowed to drive a company water truck around the construction site to reduce dust on the haul roads. Keep in mind, I was only 7. And my dad would have to tape wooden blocks to the pedals so that I could reach them. Some may consider this environment harsh or not prudent, but I believe it was the foundation to allowing me to become who I am today. You see, I learned how to get up before the sun, how to set goals, how to work with others, and most importantly, how rewarding and fun construction is. The childhood picture shown is me behind a company plate compactor at age 6. The pants may help you understand the decade. I remember it like it was yesterday. You see, my parents allowed me to try and do what was of interest to me. They encouraged me to work hard, never stop learning, and to follow my dreams. I did just that. I love both of you. Thank you. Alongside me growing up was my sister, Michelle. I call her Mikey because I wanted a brother and figured that was the only way that was going to happen. I treated her like a brother, so she was included and hung around my friend group. This helped her to become mentally and physically tough. She could operate equipment, lug and tug with the best of them. As she became older, she had the best group of big brothers anyone could ask for. She understood the value of working hard, and she applied her efforts in the classroom. She excelled at school and entered the business world in command. I remember the call when she said she was getting married. I was working out of state in Maryland at the time, and I just simply asked, who and what does he do? She responded, Mike, and he's an attorney. Well, I snickered and quickly said, I'm glad I'm out of state, because I don't want to be there when Dad finds out about his profession. Thank you, Mike and Mike, for being here tonight. I'm often asked, how do we do what we do at Cianbro? I respond by saying it's simple. We hire the right people, and we empower them to work as a team. That lesson is reflected in how I live my very own life. My wife, Emily, is my proudest example of just that. The right person. While dating me, she quickly learned how much I love constructing and that my family includes 3,500 other people, all at the company. She has embraced my career, which requires working nights, weekends, holidays, and birthdays. She knows that taking care of the company comes first. I would not be here tonight, nor would I have been able to do what I've done without her support. Thank you, Em. Together, Emily and I have raised 2 amazing children, Greg and Caroline. They are both unique in their own rights, but share the same fundamental traits of a strong work ethic, being responsible citizens, and caring individuals. My experiences with both of them has taught us, and me specifically, a lot. Watching them begin to live their own lives makes me realize how thankful I am they have their mother's wonderful traits and not so many of mine. Thank you both for your patience and your support. Part of my extended family is here tonight as well. And at the end of the day, they are the ones that should be honored. I wake up each morning thinking about the 3,500 people that I work for and what my focus needs to be to support them in their efforts to move forward. The construction industry is not very forgiving and presents significant challenges every single day. It takes a true team of successful people to overcome all that is dealt our way. Being diverse and able to leverage each other's strengths is the fundamental to our success. At Cianbro, we are a team, and to ensure that is never lost, we display in every one of our conference rooms a large plaque stating, "No one in this room is smarter than all of us." We believe that we win and or lose together, that there is no them versus us, and we are one team, one company. This belief has allowed us to become one of the largest employee-owned construction companies in the country. I thank each of you for coming tonight, and more important, for your contribution to the team. Tonight is a reflection of what we have done together. In closing, I want to thank Junior Achievement for the honor and tonight and all the hard work that you do each and every day. Lydia and Bryce, when you're looking for a job, call me. You both got one. Thank you to my family for your love and my teammates for the support. Thank you.
Thank you, Andi. Let's give it up one more time. Ellen and Andi, congratulations. I know tonight we have heard from students, we have heard from educators, we have heard from incredible business leaders. I don't know about you, but I am very inspired. And some themes that I heard tonight, the power of family, of teamwork, and that no one does it alone. And so I want to thank you all so much for your support of Junior Achievement, for investing and believing in the youth of our state, our next workforce. I want to also share, save the date for our Hall of Fame next year, October 29th, back here, the same place, same time. I know we look forward to this each year, being able to celebrate with all of our wonderful volunteers, our partners, our educators, our investors. Thank you all so much. Have a wonderful evening. And again, congratulations to Ellen and to Andi. Have a good night. And hold on, one more. Oh, one more. I want to say a huge thank you to our wonderful host. She has come back for several years. She is a true storyteller, champion for Maine, a dear friend. Let's give a round of applause to the one and only Miss Erin O'Valley. Thank you all. Have a good night.